Hey, it's Checkmate here with another how-to tutorial for the Die in the Dungeon demo. I've broken speedrun milestones and held world record on the Die in the Dungeon leaderboard. In this video, I'll teach you how to speedrun, along with some tips and tricks in less time than it takes to actually complete a run. Make sure to stay to the end for some sweet speedrunner secrets. Now, the game considers a sub 20-minute run a speedrun. For your first goal though, shoot for a sub 10-minute run. I always encourage you to record your run and post on speedrun.com. Join the Discord and interact with the community for motivation to improve. Now, assuming you've played the game a bit already, you only have one character to choose, but she has two starting relic options, Hidden Ace and High Ground. Another great runner, Chives, prefers the High Ground, but I think you should go with Hidden Ace every time. Hidden Ace lets you pull an extra die from your bag to your hand. In the first two fights, that can save a good amount of time if you pull bad rolls, shaving 1 or 2 turns from each of those fights. You should be discarding dice, but this relic gives you a bit of flexibility to maybe run a deck of 6 rather than 5. Speaking of deck size, that's the main component of deck management for the speedrun. Discard down to 5. Get rid of a normal attack die and a normal boost die. You should skip battle rewards and new dice by default early on. Depending on your strategy, you can try to build around thorns or terrain, but sticking with the starting dice is faster right now. The first section around the first and second mandatory battle spots are crucial for a fast run. Try to always land on the first event. Actually, it shows as a mystery tile, but it's always an event. If it's the fight or flight event, just skip it. That one stinks. You don't want to start a battle, which takes time, and you need to save currency for the shop and the occasional movement reroll. Really, the best first event is the unfinished meal, which can give you the watermelon slice. Make sure to also land on the shred tile so you can start discarding down on your deck. Play very aggressively on these initial battles to speed through them. You can use the rest tile to heal back up. Only use the first one to rearrange dice faces if you already have Tadpole Jar. The large treasure tile is always after the second forced battle. Spend a soul to reroll if it looks like you won't hit it. You always get 2 souls and a free relic as a reward, so it is worthwhile. The D2 coin dice pretty much always re-rolls to the opposite face, so it uses some type of fair random rather than true random. Use this to your advantage to purposefully get a 1 or 2 as you need. On to the second section. Always skip the mystery tile in this second section. It's basically always a disguised battle tile, which will slow you down. Again, you have a choice of paths. Try to choose the one with a shred tile for another discard. As a general rule of thumb, try to hit the event spaces whenever you can. They are mostly positive outcomes now and can be a fast way to big rewards. Try to go through the event quickly. You stay in the overworld so you don't have to worry about time wasted while loading into the battle screen. Memorize the real winners from the possible events. For Stingy Shopkeeper, take the souls and pacifism. In the Spider Nest, take the souls. On the Terrorizing Encounter, choose Hollow. Sacred Bubble, go for max HP. It also heals you to full for free. The Arrow Trap is a bit more of a mixed bag. You can use it to discard a random die, but if you only have 2 good dice, then take the hit if you can. The Shop tile is always after the third forced battle, and this is a huge part of the run. Check out the relics first to see if there's something amazing, then swap over to the upgrades and mods. If you go with the Tadpoles build, upgrade your boost dice, but not the attack. If you're going with the watermelon, then just go straight to upgrading for 3s. Going into the shop, try to bank at least 9 souls to be able to buy the Tadpole Jar. Otherwise, the Hollow mod is 8 if you're going with Thorns or Area. This amount of currency should be pretty easy to get as long as you only re-rolled movement a couple times and got the treasure tile earlier. The dungeon tile is always after the 4th forced battle. Skip it, it will eat up so much time. There are 3 paths to choose from going into the elite battle. At this point, you shouldn't have to make major changes to your deck, so use the rest spaces to heal. Use Shred to keep your hand at 5 dice, or use it to take the faulty mod off of a mirror die. There is a shop after the elite battle. Finish upgrading your dice if you need, or quickly grab up some complementary relics that will help your hand. There is one final forced battle and then a rest tile. Use that tile to heal up to full before the boss, or get real fancy and redistribute a mirror die to roll 2. The boss fight shouldn't be too bad with the speedrun deck, but be careful as a miscalculation can sadly end your run here. Ideally, you can just one-shot the phase 1. Go for the Scythe. The phase 2 sickle should be a 1 or 2-shot victory. If the boss is giving you a hard time in general, check out my earlier tutorial to defeating the mantises. There are some relics that deserve a speedrunner shoutout, besides of course Melon and Tadpoles. Golden Fruit is basically a free full heal, and the extra max HP is nice. Prismatic Mango, again, free full heal and heals you during battles a tiny bit. Bloody Fang gives you a bit of regen, which the splash attack helps out. Miner Hat, Raincoat, Makeshift Trench, it's just free block, which is great. Suppressing Eye helps nerf the boss, and Star Yo-Yo helps out splash attack a bit more as well. Congrats, Speedrunner! You deserve a little something for watching through to the end, or at least for being clever enough to skip here, so I'll go ahead and share my collection of Speedrunner secrets. First, pop over to your gameplay settings. It's not especially a secret, but go ahead and make sure game speed is set to fast. It'll make a huge difference. There's also a helpful shortcut in battles. When you right-click dice on the board, it quick moves the dice back to your hand. Every second counts. Then there's the exploits. Currently, you can double redistribute at rest slots by quickly clicking a second die after you've finished redistributing a first die. This is huge for getting your deck customized for the tadpoles, and I'm sure it's going to be patched out really soon. There's also a way to skip the phase 2 of the boss fight by overkilling the Scythe and Sickle phase 1 with Star Yo-Yo. It doesn't work with splash damage, but Yo-Yo will let you kill both simultaneously. There's a similar skip with Moon Chakram, although it's a lot more finicky to set up. Well, if you've learned anything from this video, you're pretty much required to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another tutorial.